In the heart of Oloolua, where a waterfall whispers and bamboo sways, I'm reminded of a competition I never wanted to join, but one friend's push and a Swahili Shairi changed everything. If you and your buddies are planning to visit Oloolua Karen, here are 3 places you should ensure you visit before you exit the place. Number 1 is the waterfall area. Number 2, the bamboo. And number 3, the cave. Let's dive deep into these areas as I tell you a story of how I won a Kiwi competition by sheer coincidence. I remember this day as yesterday. It was yesterday. Just kidding. It was one of those boring afternoons where you get a tiny break before you continue with your studies for the afternoon. Some of the Kiwi officials had been sent to our school to inform us about a competition that was going on worldwide. To enter the competition, you needed to show off your abilities, or rather your talent, in written form. This included writing a song, writing a poem, or like in my case, writing a shahiri. There might have been other options, but I can't remember clearly. But yeah, let's just get to the story. You get the gist. After being briefed by the officials on the amazing gifts to be won, everyone got to work except one person. And if you guessed me, you're right. The entire school was competing for these amazing gifts that were up for grabs, and it was not only within our school, but it was an inter-schools competition. Can you imagine how many primary schools are in Kenya? So yeah, no thank you. I remember more than 20 people in my class wrote their songs, their shahiris, their poems. Poems are just shahiris, but one is in Swahili and the other one is in English. We were writing them and handing them over to our class teachers, especially the bright students. They were encouraged to write, but being an average student, it didn't matter as much whether I wrote or not. However, one of the things I really mastered throughout my lower primary life, because during this time I was in class 6, was how to write like a typewriter. I remember one of my colleagues the other day commented on how impeccable, how beautiful my handwriting was. So yeah, this is not just a pat on the back from me to me, but a proven and tested theory. Majority of my classmates knew this, including my best friend at that time, Michelle. She was just from handing over her masterpiece when she noticed I hadn't written anything. I hadn't even taken a step. I had done completely nothing. I'm not sure whether I should disclose where she got the shahiri from. Or, right now it will be marked as plagiarism, but she got the shahiri from this book, rushed over to me and told me, Monica, andika hi sahi. Meaning, Monica, please write this. She pleaded with me. And in my brain, I'm like, this girl is expecting me to write a Swahili poem within 10 minutes because now the officials were about to. She pleaded with me. And one thing about me is that when I make up my mind, it's so hard to change it. Putting myself back in that position, looking back from the school I was at, the best students were treated differently from the average students. I wasn't the lowest student, but I was an average, the middle students. You're not doing too well type of students, and you're also not doing too bad type of students. And so the grading system marked who survived and who did not. In my brain, I always knew I could never go above the top students, no matter how hard I tried. To make matters worse, this was a fluent Swahili Shahiri. The type of Swahili that they speak at the coastal region of Kenya? Yeah, that one. I've been born and raised in Nairobi. For those who don't know what this does to your language, let me try to explain it to you in layman's terms. Our Swahili is not too bad, but it's also not too good. Our normal day-to-day conversation with a fellow Nairobian would involve mixing a little bit of Luhalo, a little bit of Swahili, a little bit of English, kidogo, mechanganya hapo, Kikuyu, you get it. But English we usually ace it. Back to my story. So, my friend Michelle saw that she could not convince me and brought out a reinforcement. Who is the reinforcement, you may ask? My twin. Back then, we were still at the same school, same class, and so it was easy getting access to her. A little push here and there, and I was up to the task. 5 minutes remaining. I write like a slug, so it was a big challenge for me. I tried my best. I wrote, being careful not to skip the full stops, the comma, the exclamation marks, basically anything that would make my message not make any sense. And boom, just as the officials were buttering their cars, I was done. My friend took the paper, sprinted right to where they are, and handed it over. And yeah, guys, that was it. That was my story. How do I close it off? I got you there again, didn't I? Few weeks later, another student comes with a newspaper, and right there at the top, these students is Monica Wendell Asikoyo. That's my name, guys. I was among the top 3 students in the 3rd category that won a 5,000 voucher for Kiwi Competition. I was so excited. Everyone was congratulating me at the school. I remember taking the newspaper, folding it, and I took it to my mom, who then wrote a letter to Kiwi informing them that I was among the people who won. A few weeks later, they brought the voucher to my school. There is one of our students who has made us proud, who has put our school name on the map. Our then teacher on duty, Mr. Karaoke, uttered this word, see well I recall. As he called my name, I was shaky, I was teary, I don't know how to describe this feeling. It was my first time standing in front of a large crowd. As I received my gift, everyone was clapping, everyone was congratulating me. I remember my class teacher hugging me so tight. My science teacher called me to congratulate me formally in front of my classroom. I guess not all heroes wear a cave, and as we say in Swahili, kama kitu ni yako, baraka yako ni yako. Till we meet again. Bye bye, my YouTube gang.